Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Planet Coaster, and this ride over here is doing amazingly well, right? The queue is right out here. Most people can't even get on it anymore. They're coming up and they want to ride on it. They want to go all the way up through that lot and they just can't get here. So we might need to be looking at the whole priority pass system sometime very soon so that we can start making some more money on this thing. Now, our hotel is still losing money. It's losing absolute fortune. So I'm not really sure what to do about the hotel. I'm going to leave it there for a minute, but I'm seriously considering getting rid of the hotel completely. It may have to go. Let's have a look here. So, it's a 30-minute queue on this one. But last month, not queuing that long. Parker's bargain. Steam is cheap too. Do you realise I'm charging $25 a ride for this thing and they think it's cheap? Scenery rating is 100%. They're very pleased with the scenery that I've got laid out here for it. So, yeah, overall, this ride is just phenomenal. I mean, look at this. Look at the lifetime profit, 15 grand. It cost me 10 grand to build the thing. And lifetime profit is way through the roof. So I wanted to build a better roller coaster if I could. So what I want to do... right. Litter is disgusting. Looney Balloons 2 looks busy. I'll try somewhere else. We need another Looney Balloons so that the guests are entirely happy being here. Sales to get into the park, $124. 72 visitors. Seriously? Is that it? 72 visitors. I don't reckon that's entirely accurate, but anyway, who cares? We're making an absolute fortune. So the park management is the only bit that we're losing money on. You'd kind of expect that anyway. Loan monthly repayments are at 0. Marketing costs are 500 on there. That's actually going to be 1,000 a month, and then we got a few research costs as well. I'm not too concerned about those. No, let's go and have a look at our staff and have a look at the janitorial staff. It's all saying low. I do think we could do with some more janitors in the park. And we could also do with some more litter bins. So let's go to the scenery. I've stopped. I haven't put litter bins around for quite a while. So path extras there. It's the barrel bins that I've been using. I'm going to put a couple of those out like that. And I'm going to put one each side of the hotel. We put some here. And like that. More bins. Well, lots of litter bins everywhere in the park. Everybody's happy. I don't know if they should be beside or if they should be on the path in order to be effective. I'm not actually sure about that. I know what I can do. If I get rid of that one. Replace. Oh, it doesn't need replacing. So look. Do people actually use them then? Because that one's now got trash in it. Oh, so does that one. I thought I might have been able to see somebody going by and actually using it, but they don't see it. They don't appear to. The Looney Balloons store here is really popular. That one down there is, well, actually people are actually using it now. So it's starting to get a little bit more popular. I'm thinking that we'll put another Looney Balloons store in. Let's put some more shops and facilities in for a minute, shall we? We want to go to custom and we want to go to information. I'm researching that one at the moment. Small attractions, no hotel, staff management, park entrance, first aid. I'm going to put another first aid one in because, you know, it might be useful. Mainly because I heard that somewhere you need the first aid to encourage, you know, if people are sick, if like the nausea levels are rising, you put in a first aid hut. So we'll put some first aid in there, which they can then use, and then we say done there like that. Get rid of that one. And toilets. I've got another set of toilets over here. That seems to be alright. So we've got 2 lots of toilets at the moment. Information, ticket booth, gift shop right there. Hats, fantastic. Looney Balloons. This is the one that's hugely popular. So I got one there already. So I'm going to bring this down over here, and I'm going to put another Looney Balloons one here. This one's empty. Nobody's coming into this ride at all. It's a bit concerning. Let's turn that one round and face it that way like that. I'll go there. So it's by the exit to a few of the rides. Done. And rid of that. Right, let's look at you. Items for sale is all the balloons, and users shops of this type should all be the same. Where did I put the other loony balloons? I've got one there that is synced, and is that the only one I got? Oh, I put a first aid hut down, didn't I? I didn't put another loony balloons. Right, so I got 2 loony balloon stores at the moment. People are already going up to it. This one here has got some interest in it. Last month's profit, 721. This one here doesn't seem to have much interest. It actually lost money last month. The queue is quick. I want to go on there. And it's a 1 minute queue. Maintenance is absolutely fine. Refurbishment, we don't need refurbishment or anything like that. Month since last refurbishment, last breakdown, never. Operations, customize, no music. Move entrance, move exit. Okay, let's not put music on. Do I go for color? What do I do here? I'm going to ignore the colors. Right. 9 years until it becomes a classic. So it's established at the moment. Aging. Starts aging, and aging rides gradually decrease in prestige until they eventually become old. Old rides tend to not be very popular in 90% prestige. And then reviving. Resurging rides gradually increase in prestige until they become classic. And then in 9 years and 2 months, the classic rides have a prestige boost of 110%. So the ride itself is established, and it's going to decrease a little bit. We're losing 45%. I'm going to put in... Let's just boost the scenery up a little bit. And while I'm doing all this, of course, our profits are slowly rising. Actually, I'm going to boost that way up so we've got the speed up. Oh, no. I wanted to finish checking this. Let me just very quickly... Blueprint, statue... Let's just very quickly put a fairy tale fountain. Put that one in there. Maybe that'll be enough to boost the scenery rate. 100%. Right. Scenery rating up just a tiny bit. That's all I wanted. So it's at 100%. This one over here is at 75%. It's another one that's going to need a little bit of work in order just to bring it up to that final little bit. So we've got props in there. Animal statue right there. Archer. Balloon. Put some balloons. A balloon column. Balloon character. Ooh, no. No. Not like that. Artificial snow. Bandit. Bamboo torch. We can put a couple of them in. Like that. And bubble. Right, what does the bubble do? Teardrop. I'm not sure what these do. They seem to be stuck under the ground as well. Looking at them. Right, yeah, what is this thing doing? Shift, bring it up like that. Okay, I'll put that one there. I don't really know what those things are, and I'm not sure what they're for. Ooh. Oh no, that's a Chief beef stat. Oh, that's like a burger thing, but actually that'll be all right. We can put that one in. He can go there and encourage more people to eat chief beef. And coaster, archway, a coffin. Most of what I got here was supposed to be chocolates and confectionery and things like that. A jelly bean. Let's put some jelly beans down. There, a couple of jelly beans is not going to hurt. And I want some more Jammy Dodger biscuits. There we go. Everybody loves Jammy Dodgers. Everybody loves the Jammy Dodgers. And humbugs. Some more of them in. Right. How are you doing now with the teen rate? 97%. Confectionery molasses chew. Right, I don't know what a molasses chew is supposed to be, but we'll put some of those in there. And a couple over there. And marshmallow swirls. Everybody loves the marshmallow swirls. This is something, it's just an accepted fact of the world. Everybody loves those. 100%. Right. That at least is giving us a little bit of a boost on there. Even if we haven't got a boost on it, this one here is going to slowly lose a bit of money, I think. It's not going to be the end of the world. It's largely, I think, because of the other rides. Other rides seem to have taken priority over it. Like this one here, which is currently filled to the very brim. And that one over there, which is filled to the very brim. So we're going to have to get more of those other rides going. Anyway, I wanted park management and it's the staff. So, we got 6 janitors in here. And, I mean, they seem fairly normal, free roaming. Vendors. Heading to shop. Have I got anybody who's just wandering? This is the thing, is I'm not sure if I've got enough vendors here. Waiting for customers, serving customers, heading to staff building. I do. I've got 3 of them wandering around. This is a good thing. Staff training, staff training, staff training, and staff training. And then that can go to 100. And you can go up to 80, so... to 90, rather. Okay, so we've got... the vendors. We got sufficient vendors, I think. They are quite happy, and I'm going to train those up so that it keeps building them up. There, we go up by another 10. Investing in people achievement is being done. And then we've got our security staff. Now, these guys are rather expensive to train, but I'm going to train all of them. I've got the money at the moment, so I want some highly trained security staff. Even though it's hideously expensive to train them up. It's just cost me several thousand to do that. Still going to train them. And we may as well do the janitorial staff while we're at it. Train all of them. And put their wages up. And this should help to keep everything nice and clean in the park. But I do think that maybe we need some more. Because if you look at the overview here. Leaving guest thoughts. Overview there. Looks busy, queue, very spacious. We did have things about rides not being happy. At the moment, happiness is 99% with staff and 97% with them. Most popular attraction is still the Forge, which is that one. $900. Okay, things is looking good. We got a load of notifications, which I'm going to ignore now. And... let's speed this all up so that we start getting a little bit more cash coming in. At least I'm hoping we're going to get some cash coming in. This ride over here. So, yeah, we've still got some people coming in through it. It's just going to be one of those quieter rides that you often get in parks. Now, we've got this one down here. You have only 97% on the scenery. So, I do want to just add a little bit just to bring that up. Let's put an elephant statue in there, shall we? Another one over there. Another one there, right. That should be 100% on the scenery. You are also 100% on the scenery, and you made a profit last month as well. You over here are 100%, and it's quite a queue there for the teacups. This one is 100% and doing well with the profits. 95% on the scenery there, but again, it's actually doing quite well. 96%. Looks too intense. Okay, that I don't mind as a complaint. And then you over here, 100% and $3,000 profit last month. And then this one over here is 2,600 profit last month. It's still got an absolutely enormous queue on it. So much so that most people are turning away at the gate on this one. Which means I want another ride. And that one is where we're going to go next. We're going to take a loan. Right, theft reported. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, finances. Monthly profit minus $6,000. Yeah, that's because of the big investment I just did in staff training. Staff wages there, 12,000. Loans, that is done and that is done. So we're going to take out some new loans. We've got 10% on that one. And we're going to take out another new loan, 5% on that one, and 1,000 on that one. I'm going to actually slow this down now, and let's just lower this down. Right, 1,000 on there. Like that. This one here, I can go down to 250. And this one here, I can go down to 50. So we do the minimum payments for a minute. That gives us 24,000 to work with. So we're going to go to coasters. We've got the track rides here. there's the white water, the steam, which we've done, and a crank start there. I don't really want to do that. So we're going to coasters in here. And we've got recent blue. No, I don't want recent. I want all. The X dimension. Okay, I got no blueprints for that. I want better blueprints. I know that I can go to Steam Workshop and you can get loads of blueprints. Excitement on the digitizer is... Actually, that's pretty good. So I guess you want all in the green ratings, don't you? Like that one there, 33 grand for that one. I've got 24,000. So we could go up to 20,000 on a new one here. So that's 15. I kind of want the numbers to all be in the green as well. That's 6 grand there. 9, 12, 6, 4, 11, 3, 10, 9. There's none in the 20 grand range. Oh, 17,000 there on the Twister. That might be the one to go for. There, what have we got? Whoa! Oh, yes. Look at this bad boy. This thing is insane. I can actually put that overlapping the other ride. That one can go right there like that. And the other people can go over that ride. The only issue that we've got with it is that it dips under the ground there in one place. And that's not necessarily a good thing. So I've now got to try and get this one. And if I do that, I can lift it up. That would fit quite well there. And it would be raised up enough that we could do this. I could actually bring it right the way back over here so that we can tuck it in quite nicely. That's going to be too far over. But I can tuck it in there and that would fit. There we go, 17,000. Right, I'm going to pause the whole park. And we have got this ultimate ride here. Now, those people, they can go on their little cars in underneath it. And that shouldn't have affected it in any way, shape, or form. Next up, I want this one here. And before I go placing entrances, I want to edit the track. And we want... entry here. Entry here, exit here. Is that right? No, it's that way that we want. They come in here and they go out on that side is how we're going to want this. And so then I can go done. Right, how many cars do we have on this thing? 6 cars, 2 trains. To add more trains, try adding additional block sections. Increase the length of all stations to allow more cars to be added. Oh, I see. Right. So you can... Oh, you get quite a lot of people in there all at once. So we need to add more station if we're going to get anything else on. There's no other settings on here that we can change. You can't, like, speed it up or slow it down or anything like that. Finance, $13 a ticket. No, we're going way higher than that. We're going to double that. We're going for $26 a ticket on this. Checklist. Right, place the entrance. That... Well, actually, the entrance would sort of be here somewhere in the middle, really, because everybody goes out and runs up to the different areas on it. So I reckon probably there, and then place the exit over on this side. Yeah, the exit does go on that side. So we put that one roughly in the middle as well. Now, I'm going to go to edit track like that. And we've got the right one there. I think if I click there... Oh, no, do I click that? No. No. There's a way to do this. Right, I've been messing around with this for quite a bit to try to sort of figure out how we could add in some extra trains. And I think I now understand it a lot more. You've got to have sections to the track in order to make this all work. So what I want to do is I want to have some station here, which I need there. I want to delete that bit a minute. So you've got to right-click to delete. Oops, okay. I didn't actually mean to do that at all. I've now deleted the whole station. So I still don't really understand what I'm doing at all. Station there. I want station entry right, left, like that. And I'll click that down. So I've got that one on there. That is now on there and in place. A little bit. So if I click on it again, it'll put in another section. Should do. If I remove the tools, there's my station at the moment. Entry on that side and exit on that side. So I can place the entrance here in the middle, and I can place the exit over here on that side. So there's a start. So then we go to edit track over here. Now that I need to connect. Connect. There. Track limits exceeded. I can't do that. Because that there is a chain lift. Standard track. Onto there. I don't know if that's going to be sufficient. Have the train lift on there. Drive tires pulled. If I put drive tires on there, that will work. It'll drive them along to the chain lift, and then the chain lift will take over. So then we need to come over to this section here, and you basically you've got what these are called blocks, and you got to add in these extra blocks. So what I want to do here is I want to remove that section that's now gone, and then instead of that one, I want to put. Actually, I want to go to this section here, and I want to delete that section as well. Then I'm going to go to a station here, and I don't think I want station. I don't think I want the actual station to be any bigger than it is right now. I need this to stay like this as this block area, like that, and that's going to be drive tires like that. I'm going to put a block section there, and that's going to hold the train back there. And then I want to get another section here, and that's going to go onto there. Track limits exceeded. So I can't put a block section onto there. So instead, I'll go to that one and right-click it and delete it. You've got to select the track first each time. It's a little bit odd the way it makes you do this. So I got that one over there. I want to bring it over to this way. Have the block, and then click on there. And then click another block on there. Right, now, let's have a look. What have I got? So I got one small block there, which is the the four-carriage train, which I don't think is enough. Let me just go done a minute, and we'll have a look. There, you go to operations, number of cars. Number of trains, I can't. To add more trains, try adding additional block sections. I think the block sections here are too small. So I can add in, if I put 6 cars on the train, the station itself doesn't need to be any bigger. I don't need to worry about the station. It's just the block sections here that we want to try to connect together. So then I go to edit track like this, and it's that bit that I want to edit. So there's one block section here, and then I want to add in another... No. I want a block section on there, like that. So that comes as one block section. That up there is another block section. And this one I want... Actually, I want to come down to here. And I want drive wheels to go along there and push that along. And then... I can't have more drive wheels. This is the difficult bit. Is I got to just go with standard track on here. Bring it out. Now, this is the bit that I don't understand. There. Oh, I see. Right, that does a twist. So I want to twist that way at 45. She's just 22, I would have thought. And then that will bring it round like that. And then I can join it into that one like that. There. Okay, now if I press the X, that's now joined together like that. So then I can start, if I go back to edit the track a minute, I click on this one here, that should be a block section there, we got that one. And then I click down here, and I want to turn that into a block section as well. For 3 sections to be available, 1 more block section is needed than number of trains. Chain lifts and a station act as block sections. Once added, block section mode can be turned on and additional trains added into the ride. Right, so we can do this. So if let me just click done a second. I'm pretty sure I've got some block sections in here now. There we go. Number of trains. So we got block sectioned on there. So I can add in a train, and I can add in another train over there. So I've got 3 trains now. We've got one up there, one here, and one over here. So I could move that block section back just a fraction. I could also put a block section here on this chain lift that goes all the way up to the top up there. But before we do that, we're going to run a test on the thing just as we've got it right now. So I'm not going to do any more changes. Let's go back to our checklist. We've got those. We've got that. I'm going to go to the test first. I'm going to start the test, and I'm going to press P. So we can just see what happens with it just as it is. See the kind of speed that we get from it, because it's going to take a long time for them to go up there. Right, they've got to get all the way up that ride. I can go... How do I do this? Ride camera. There. Right, so you've got a long, long way to go to get up all the way to the top of this one, which is actually very, very cool. And then it comes up around the top. And this is the ride that we are going to have. This is what I... Oh, yes! Okay, this is actually... Oh, I didn't realise it went upside down. No one said anything about upside down. Okay, this is actually very, very cool. I am loving this ride. Oh, this is fantastic. This would genuinely make me feel quite queasy and dizzy. We got more upside... There is a lot of upside down track on this. There is a lot of upside down track. I'm guessing that to make any track like this with the editor is going to take you a very, very long time. So we come up over there. It should now be, I think... Yep, we're a run back into the station now. So you come up over here, down into that one. That should slow you down a bit. Back into here. That should slow you down as well. And into that block. And it does appear that that other one is the final block. So it goes through pretty quick. So I don't think we need any additional blocks or anything extra, because by the time that one goes through, that one's going all the way up. It's got to wait until that one gets all the way to the top before this one goes. Unless we put an extra, because they're waiting a very long time, aren't they? And they're waiting up there before this one. Hang on, that one's got to go all the way to the end before that one will start. It comes up, round, and goes to that point. Comes round, down here, down to that block there. Through. And then it starts. So it's got to have an additional block before that one will go. So in order for this one to go, really we want the track to have an additional stop point. One extra stop point. So we don't want it to be up there. Let's follow this track back a little bit, shall we? We want to go up. So there's a loop-the-loop there. That's upside down. So really, it's here. This is right here where we want the extra block. I want to put a block on that section of the track right there. So let me just pause this all a second. No, hang on. Let's not pause it. Let's go back to overview, testing, stop test. Pause this again. And then go back into the edit of the track. No, I don't want to do anything over there. I want to go onto this piece right here. And I want to change that. Right, we've got trim brakes I can use on there. That one there. I don't want that. I want friction brakes. I want a block section. That's what I want. I can put trim brakes there to slow it down. You need a flat there. It can only be placed on a straight, unbanked, and downward sloping track. Right. Flat and unbanked and downward sloping. So I can't even put it on that one. That, mind you, that is sort of running into a slope. So, what about that? No. That one down there, no. That's not downward sloping. I can't put it on that one either. It doesn't look like there's anywhere I can put this. I could put it up here. I could, actually, we can put a block on here. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to add in another block, I think, going up this one. And then people can go right the way through, and then that block will stay open, and they'll start moving. So if I put... What have we got on here? There's a chain. Straight, unbanked, and downward slope. I thought you could put a block on the chain. Or does the chain not count? Right, pulls trains... Values also on chain lift do not contribute to the final EFN ratings for the ride. Trim. Hang on a minute. Brakes. Friction brakes, trim brakes. Trim speed, more versatile than friction or magnetic brake run, but more expensive. Drive, pulls chains. So I could put a brake on here, can I? What about that? That's just the roller section. There's the chain. So we've started on the chain lift there. And then I go up here, so I could put a brake on that. Gonna do that? No, we don't want to do that. We want to leave that as the chain. We don't want to mess with that bit. So this comes over to here, which gives us a downward sloping part right there. That I can do. I can put a block section up there. That's where I can put the block section. You right there, that's not a block section. So I got a block section there, and then I got one on the chain as well. That might be enough. Done. Right. I think I got to do the test. No. Yes, I do. I got to do this. I got to do the testing again. But as we've got now, I've got that extra block section on there. Maintenance operations. I can have an extra train because I can put one up there. Do I want an extra train? I think I do. I think it's going to help if we have an extra train. And we got cars per train. We got 6 cars per train. I can't have any more than that unless I have a bigger station, which I don't actually want. I think 6 cars per train should be enough, because otherwise it's going to mess with all this. And our block sections are going to go all kapooey again, and I don't really want to do that. So let's start test. Press P. There we go. And let this test run through again. So this time, that one's going to go up, and then this train up here. That one's got to wait for... That one's got to go through. This one here comes off of that block section, and it goes into the wheels down there and gets pulled up into the next one, and then that one's away. So that one starts... Well, that one's going up there, which is giving this one more of a head start. It's actually going to work better with those cars. Although, it's now slower because I've not got that initial speed burst on there. It's actually the whole thing is going to be slower. This is not good. And then we've got 2 cars sat up there. They're both waiting. Again, this isn't a good thing. So, that's not going to help because it's got to get down to that block there before that one is free to run. So we can stop that test. That's not working. We need to go back to editing the track, and over here we got... Right, first up, before I'm done with... let's come off of there and reduce that down to 2 trains a second with 6 cars. The whole ride started off with 2 trains, and I wanted to increase the number of trains that I got on this track. So we might have to just go back to that and instead add more cars to it. That might be a better way of doing this. But we can try this. So edit the track there. Got loops, rolls, utilities here. Pushes trains along slowly, only on flat unbanked track. So there, or I can put it on there. I can push them along on there, and I could even put it on... That's got the friction brakes. Oh no, that's also got the wheels. So I can put the wheels on this bit as well. Push them along on there. That might be enough to just get a little bit of extra speed going on it. And then we've got to drop down through there. But, again, that might not be enough. I might want it to go higher still than this. We'll see. I think that might there be just what we need to make this work. So I go back to operations and 3 trains instead of 2. I think the other option is going to be make the station bigger and change it down here. So we got more than 6 cars per train. So I have 3 cars. Actually, I don't need 3 cars because the block sections will be back down here. All right, let's start this one as it is. Let's just go testing, start test right there, and You're away. Right, that one's going up there. I got 3 cars at the moment. So that one's going to come through and that one's going to go round. I don't need that section up there, not if I've got those number. So I want to go up to 4 trains, like that. Start test. Right. So this one up here will move in a minute. That one there goes out of the station. This one then goes into the station, like that. That one then releases off of that block. And then this one here starts on the main ride block. And in it goes. That will start running round. It actually seems to be going a little bit faster now. We got the excitement is gone up. It's definitely higher than it was. The holding pattern that it had wasn't sufficient. 9 miles an hour, 5. Oh no, it's 0 because it's sat up there and waiting. But this whole loops and everything, this isn't working well. No. It's still no good. I need another point on it that I can stop, or we're just going to have some really, really long queues. So I'll stop that test again. This is still not working. I'm going to have to go back down to the original 2 trains that it suggested. So we go there, we'll do 2 trains like that. And then I want to go back to editing this track. And I want to make the station bigger. So what we'll do is we just pause the game a second again. And we're going to go here. So I want to go onto this section of track right here. It's not that section. It's this section here that I want to go to. And I actually want to turn that into station. So first up, I need to delete that and that. And delete that as well. And then I want to go to station here. And I click on that piece. There, and entry left and right like that. So I can do that there and that there as well. So I got 2 lots of those. And then I switch over to utilities. And I go for a block section on there. So I'm going to click and I'm going to click out again. So I've got this block section and then I got one here that I'm hoping is going to be sufficient. And then I bring that one round and that. I need to twist that one over. I need to twist it that way. And then you need to come right round like that. That's not going to be enough. So let's right click on... No. Apparently right clicking anywhere is enough to make it right click. So you can literally right click anywhere. So if I click on that one over there, then I can join this one on. So I'll take that bit there and I'll right click that piece of track. And then I can click here. So what I need to do is I want to try and get these to join up. So if I bring that one out, I put that to there. And then I can go to that one. I want to bring that in around like that and then click so that it joins on to that point. Then I can take this one here. It's going to go right round to 9. Ooh, okay, so that doesn't go enough. I need to go back to this one. Should do that. I need to bring that round more. And also over more. Like that. Click so it puts it in place. Track limit is exceeded. It's not going to let me do that at all. It doesn't like that. Oh, I see. I can raise and lower the entire section of track in order to make this fit. You can move those around. There, I can raise that and lower it down so that it does everything that I need to do. So if I bring that up a little bit, like that, it puts in the struts in the right places. And then I can add that in. How can I do this? I don't know if I can do it. Let me go to you. Take that one off a minute. And then go back to that. There. Right, bring that one round there. Lower you down. Oop, not that far. Okay, it's actually quite difficult to get this just right, but there is various different tools and everything that you can use in order to move the track round. That's a full 90 on there. That's as much as I can get it to go. You've got the different auto tunnel, angle snaps. There's quite a lot. What about autocomplete? Oh. Right, to autocomplete that, I got to go all the way out like that. That's quite an autocomplete. Quite a bit bigger than what it was previously. That is a long autocomplete, which I don't actually particularly like, but it might be enough. It may work here. So I've got a block section there. Like that. Is that a block section there? That's a block section. Right, so I got a block section on there. But I can't put it up onto there. Right. That allows me an additional car on there. So this piece here, this is another block section up here, which I can put in. Let me click on that one. I want to remove some of this. Remove you. And you. There. Right, take all of that out. And then I want to go to that one there. With just standard track. And I want to try to autocomplete. Right, so autocomplete doesn't like that bit very much at all. There may be another way to do this. Cancel that. And instead of having that, I click back here. I can click on there. Right, I can raise that up and lower that as much as I want. And then I can also do the same on this one. So I can bring that up like that. So it goes up a little bit higher. And then click on that section there. That will also raise up a bit. Kind of bring that around and then go on to you and autocomplete. Right, it's not liking that bit there, is it? So if I take that one there and move it to that piece, trim brakes all the way. But that's not a block section then, is it? Because of this, it's not straight. It's got to be a straight piece. Block section. No, I don't want that as a block section. This is what I want as a block. Oh, there. I can build that as a block section, can't I? Right, that's a block section there with the trim brakes onto that bit. And then if I go autocomplete, it should now autocomplete. And there. Right, so we complete that. That bit up there, no. That bit there, no. That bit there, no. But that bit is a block section. That's already a block section. And so is that. But it doesn't have the... There it does. Okay, I've got the block section in here. Whether this is going to... I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter so long as I've got that on there. Because then the other car will come down through in the time that this one goes all the way to the top. So... As I've got that bit there now, I can then go back into here, into operations, and I've got 2 cars. I can go to 3 cars if I want, because I've still got this piece up the top, which I'm going to get rid of now. I'm going to change that back now to the standard track that was on there previously, which I shouldn't have messed around with this piece. This piece should have just been left as standard track. And that piece, standard track. That piece, standard track. Just like that. That's all we want. But one thing I do want to try and do is I want to make this go faster. There's got to be a way to make this go faster. If I bring that up a little bit, that there, I can lower that more. That piece can lower more. I think that's going to make it go faster. I think that's going to make the whole thing go a bit faster. I don't know. I could have that completely wrong. I could have horribly miscalculated. This is why we've got to test it first. Right, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars per train. That's fantastic. And it all fits as well. So then we can go back over to the checklist. We've got our entrance there, which I'm going to put... there like that, and the exit is gonna go there like that. Right, connect to the entrance path. That one needs to come out here, and I want to bring that right down to stairs over here, like that. Bring you out onto the ground, and then we are going to need a long queue for this one. We're going to need a very long queue for this one. And so we'll bring that one out that way. Come all the way down here. And then back in that way. Actually, I'm going to leave a square in the middle so that there's some room for, like some entertainment pieces that I'm going to put down. Put another one up there. And then this is going to go back through here, all the way. Keep going. There we go. This is a very, very long queue. I anticipate a lot of people wanting to use this ride. And there we go. Okay, so we've got the entrance in. We need to do the exit, so we want path. Flagstone path right there, and that's got to lower down. Pressing J to lower down, for those of you who are unfamiliar. And that would be fairly easy, I think, to bring out. I can just bring that round this way and go straight underneath there, like that. Perfect. Done. Right. We have an entrance, or we have an exit. We have 10-car trains on this one. We're going to go back into here. We're going to go to finances. At the moment, it is $10 a ticket. We are going to change that to $40 a ticket. Not 400, 40. There, $40 a ticket is my estimate of what this one should be, because it is the ultimate ride, the Enigma. So let us start the testing. There we go, and press P. Let that one go. There we go. Right, that one will close up, and people are away. Let's go to the camera. This is going to be the last thing we do on this episode. This episode has actually taken me far longer to film than I thought it might. But it's worth it. It took me a while to figure out how to actually do the editing of the track, but I think it's going to be worth it. We are going to have quite the ride up here. In particular, is whether or not the... Ooh, so you can't change this at all. You got no option to, like, change the angle of the camera. It's this bit here. This is the bit that counts. Hang on. Why is it not... Why aren't you moving? Okay, I've got... The block sections are wrong. I've got to have another block section on here. Because that's going to wait there until this one has moved. So I do actually need a block section up the top here. So stop test a minute. And let's go back into edit track like that. And I need to click on that piece right there. That's got to be a block section like that. That's all I need to do. And then I can say done. Right. That's on a slope down. Because that's a block section up there, it means then that this one here will be able to move forward into the next section. So we can start the test again. We've got to wait for that to travel all the way back up to the top. So while it does that, I'm just going to have a quick sip of coffee. Right, that one's almost at the top. I just want to make sure that the other one will move. Goes to there and stops. The other one's not moving. Okay, we got the block sections wrong on here. That's just great. So what I need to do is I've got to alter the block section on here for this piece of track so that the other piece of track will actually go all the way in. So I'll stop the test on there, and I need to go back to editing the track. And what I need is this piece of track right here is already a block section. But I don't have... It's because it's too small a block section, I think. That one there cannot be a block section. It's got to be straight. In order for it to be a block section, it's got to be straight. So if I go to that piece there, and I actually remove it completely, and then I go to that piece, and I remove that piece... And I do the same down here. Right. Now I've removed some of those sections. I can then come back up to here like this. And that one I want to just bring in around that way. There. And I can click on that one. And then I want to add some block section on here. Right, add a block section there and click on that one out to there. So that's a block section up there, and then I want to auto-complete down like that. That should be a block section up there that then stops the train down here, because I got a block section there. I don't know if this is going to be sufficient. There, like that. Right. I'll say done. I don't think I've got enough... No, I have got two trains. Yeah, I got two trains, but because I got a block section there, that should work. I could have another... No, I don't want to enable that. I want to go straight here to testing and start test. Last time, I'm going to try starting a test on this one, and then we are going to go. If you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And that's already working properly. The block there. So this one has moved into this area here. And we've got a block section over there, which I'm hoping will slow it down, which means that this one up here should get to this point up here and then just start the ride. It'll go to here. So long as there's nothing stopping it, it's just going to run. Just going to run. Down we go. Right, we've already ridden the ride. I don't know if I'm going faster this time. I think I might be. I'm going to come out of there. We can have a look. So we got fear, we got excitement. That's gone way up. Fear levels are actually getting higher now. This is good. We want fear, we want nausea. Speed is 30, 40 miles an hour. And there's that one going up to the top. And it's going to sit and it's going to wait there until this one has finished its ride. So that's going to go all the way round. Can we do this with 3 cars? 30 miles an hour on there. 40. It goes up to 50 miles an hour. Comes in around here on the final turn. Round there. And then it's got a block section there. And then another block section there. And then in it comes into the station. And that one goes away. Okay, so I can stop test now. Challenge complete. View challenges. Build a coaster that reaches 50 miles an hour. Claim reward $1,200. I'm going to continue playing around with this one. I want to see if we can get 3 of them. I think we got room to put 3 in here. Although it's, so we can get more. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. People loading, you still got to wait for them to come back. Either that or we got to put a pause point somewhere in the middle of the coaster. I don't really want to do that at the moment. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, I already said that. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.